Zero Five's Hook. Right now, your competitors are pouring millions into AI projects that have an 85% chance of complete failure. Pexel's Boardroom Executive Serious. 550's Problem. You're facing an impossible decision. Every board meeting, every investor call, every strategic discussion revolves around one question. How much should we bet on AI? The pressure is crushing. Move too slowly, and you risk becoming the next blockbuster. Move too fast, and you could burn through capital on technology that doesn't deliver. The market is schizophrenic. AI companies command trillion-dollar valuations while simultaneously, enterprises are quietly shuttering failed AI initiatives. Your shareholders demand innovation. Your CFO demands ROI. And somewhere between the breathless media coverage and vendor promises, you need to find the truth. Because here's what nobody's telling you. We're in the midst of the largest speculative bubble since the dot-com era, and the smart money is already repositioning. Pexels, business problem stress. 5140s. Evidence. Let me share three numbers that should terrify you. First, according to Gartner's latest analysis, 85% of enterprise AI projects fail to move from pilot to production. That's not a typo. 85%. Second, despite this failure rate, global AI investment reached $632 billion in 2023, a 700% increase from 2020. Third, here's the killer. MIT's research shows that companies spending the most on AI are seeing the lowest productivity gains. The top quartile of AI spenders showed productivity improvements of just 3%, while companies with targeted limited AI deployments saw gains of 11%. Think about that. The companies betting biggest are losing worst. Stanford's AI index reveals something even more disturbing. The performance improvement rate of large language models has declined by 80% year over year, while training costs have increased exponentially. We're hitting the wall of diminishing returns, yet investment continues to accelerate. Pexels Financial Chart Data 140 320s Deep Dive. You need to understand why this bubble formed and why it's about to burst. The AI boom follows a predictable pattern we've seen before. Revolutionary technology meets corporate FOMO. But there's a critical difference this time. Unlike previous tech bubbles, AI requires three elements most companies lack: pristine data infrastructure, specialized talent, and most importantly, realistic use cases. Here's what's actually happening inside enterprises today. Companies are retrofitting AI onto broken processes, expecting magic. Your data sits in silos, inconsistent, incomplete, often inaccurate. AI amplifies these problems, not solves them. The talent shortage is catastrophic. There are roughly 30,000 AI specialists globally qualified to build enterprise-grade systems, while demand exceeds 3 million positions. You're not just competing with tech giants for talent. You're competing with every company on Earth. But the real problem isn't technical, it's strategic. Most executives are asking, how can we use AI, when they should be asking, should we use AI? The difference is survival versus extinction. Goldman Sachs' analysis shows that 60% of current AI spending is on use cases where existing technology performs better and cheaper. Companies are using sledgehammers to crack nuts because sledgehammers are trendy. Let's talk about what's real. Natural language processing for customer service. Real and valuable. Predictive maintenance in manufacturing. Proven ROI. Fraud detection in financial services. Transformative. But AGI replacing knowledge workers? Autonomous systems running your enterprise? We're decades away, not quarters. The vendors selling you these dreams know this. OpenAI's own internal documents, leaked last month, show they expect another AI winter by 2026 as reality collides with expectations. Pexels. Business Strategy Planning. 32410s. Solution. Here's your playbook for navigating this bubble. First, implement the 10 to 3-1 rule. For every 10 AI ideas, pilot 3, scale 1. This isn't conservative, it's strategic. You're building competency while managing risk. Second, focus on augmentation, not automation. Your highest ROI comes from making expensive employees more productive, not replacing cheap ones. McKinsey's data shows augmentation projects deliver 3x the returns of automation projects. Third, build your data foundation before your AI castle. Spend 2024 fixing your data infrastructure. Clean, integrated, accessible data is the real competitive advantage. AI without good data is just expensive gambling. Fourth, create an AI kill committee. For every project you start, assign someone whose job is to prove it should be stopped. This isn't negativity, it's discipline. The best companies kill 70% of pilots within 90 days. Fifth, watch the smart money, not the loud money. While media focuses on OpenAI's valuations, Microsoft is quietly investing in quantum computing. While everyone chases large language models, Amazon is building supply chain optimization. The leaders are preparing for post-bubble reality. Pexels, success achievement growth. 410 450s, call to action. You have a choice to make right now. You can follow the herd off the cliff, or you can position your company to dominate when this bubble bursts. The winners in the next economy won't be those who spent the most on AI, but those who spent the smartest. Comment below with your biggest AI challenge. I read every response and addressed the top questions in next week's video. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, because next week I'm revealing the 3 companies quietly cornering the post-AI bubble market. And remember, in every bubble, fortunes are lost by the many and made by the few. Which will you be? Pexels, professional confidence success.